Hello and welcome to this introductory video about the atomic structure. In it we'll look at key terms such as protons, neutrons and electrons, but also isotope. Let's get started. In this example you can see sodium, and you might recognise how it's written just here because that's how it appears in the periodic table. The bottom number of 11 in this case has a name, and that's the atomic number, and the top number is the mass number, and in this case it's 23. The atomic number tells us how many protons and electrons that there are. So sodium has 11 protons and 11 electrons. The mass number tells us how many protons and neutrons that there are. So to find how many neutrons there are, it's 23 take away 11, which of course gives us 12. So there are 12 neutrons. If we look at another example, let's go with lithium. So the diagram below shows the lithium atom. In the middle, in the nucleus, that contains protons and neutrons, and swirling round in shells around the outside are electrons. So because there are 3 protons in lithium, there are therefore 3 electrons in lithium. The number of neutrons in this example is 4. So in an atom, the number of electrons is equal to the number of protons within the nucleus. Because the protons and electrons have opposite charges, protons +1, electrons -1, they cancel out, so atoms have no overall electrical charge. Sometimes electrons can leave an atom, and if they do, that means the atom turns into a positive ion. They've got one more proton than electron, so it's got a positive overall charge, and we would call that an ion. And that's if the electron leaves from the outer shells. All lithium atoms, or all atoms of a particular element, have the same number of protons. So all lithium will have 3 protons. And as a reminder, the number of protons in an atom of an element is known as the atomic number. The total number of protons and neutrons in an atom is called the mass number. So in this case, it's 7 because there are 7 subatomic particles within the nucleus. There are the 3 protons, and in this case there are 4 neutrons, and that adds up to the 7. At the start of the video we saw sodium. In this case we've got lithium. So because it's got 3 protons, its atomic number is 3, and because there's 7 particles in the middle, in the nucleus, that's why the 7 is there. So therefore the number of neutrons that there are is 7 take away 3, which gives us 4. So we've now got a new word that we need to be clear on, and that's isotopes. So we know that lithium, and all lithium, has 3 protons. However, atoms of the same element, so lithium in this case, can have a different number of neutrons. So this example, we've got 4 neutrons because we've got 3 protons, 7 in the middle, 7 particles in total, so 4 of them must be neutrons. So 2 other examples of lithium isotopes are just here. So just to be sure, it's got 3 protons and 3 protons, but the top number changes. So this one, we've said had 4 neutrons. This one must have 8 - 3, 5 neutrons. And this one, therefore, must have 6 neutrons in. But all of them have 3 protons. They're different types of lithium. They're isotopes. Isotopes then are given a name. So the original one we saw is called lithium-7 because it's got a 7 just here. Its mass number is 7. The second one, it's got an 8, so it's called lithium-8. And finally, you've guessed it, this example is called lithium-9 because its mass number is 9. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you get notified of any future videos. I hope you enjoyed.